Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Happy Thursday. I'm sorry. Happy Thursday, everybody. But I will go ahead and get it started here. We put together this amazing call for the Nigeria market from some recommendations pretty much of the field leaders there in Nigeria. So I know Emma is on here. He actually is on here. He asked me to put this call together so the Nigeria market can hear from one of our from the area president from around the world, but he is the area president of Africa, and specifically him and Blessings, in charge of Africa. But what I'm gonna do is I have a great friend of mine, like a brother to me. He is my mentor. We've been doing this industry now for almost 12 years, and so we've been together side by side for a very, very long time, and he's very excited about this market as well, the Nigerian market. But he's a founder in the company. He's part of the Partners Council in Africa and also in America and North America. And he is very, very excited about some things. And so, Coach Palmer, I wanted you, if you don't mind, could you share with everybody what you're excited about for Nigeria?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Anthony. And hello, Nigeria. Good to have you on. And I know it's the evening time for you. Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. And I'll say this call was put together by Emma and leaders around Nigeria that said, hey, we want to put together this call. We want to speak to the people of Nigeria. And I'm very blessed to be one of the founders with Partner Co. I'm very blessed to be able to build a business virtually anywhere in the world. But I'll tell you this, I'm so excited for building a business with you, partnered with you in Africa, in Nigeria. And I just want to say a few things. One is we have an amazing team of people. We have our company embodies partnership, and you're going to see that. Every opportunity has different timing, and the timing for you in Nigeria is now. And this evening, you're going to hear about that. And I want to share with you two people that you're going to get to hear from. One is Miss Blessings, that is boots on the ground. Her feet is in Nigeria. Her heart, her passion, her thought process through the day is for the people of Nigeria and how she can help aid in them growing a business, help aid in you growing a business. Leaders like Emma talk to Blessings every single day. And I'll tell you, I've been around Blessings. I've had conversations with Blessings, and I know where her heart and her passion lies. And you're going to hear from Blessings this evening. But I also want to point to Mr. Cameron Bott. I came to this company and Cameron was an executive that embraced me and my team with open arms. And I'll tell you, I've worked side by side with him as he's built and helped aid in building markets around the world. One of the biggest markets in our company is Europe. And he went there, he stayed there with the people. He locked arms with the people and built that market, the European market to the number one market inside of our company. So I watch when he plants his flag for countries, what happens to those areas. And recently, Cameron said, I've got Nigeria. And there was a big, huge smile on my face because I know when he puts his heart and his passion behind something, what's going to happen for the market. And so you're going to hear from Cameron today. This is not about me. It's about you. It's about your opportunity with Partner Co. and your opportunity in Nigeria. There's going to be things that we have to overcome together, but we will overcome together because that's true partnership. But I'll tell you this, I'm so excited for you guys that have stayed and became kind of the founding partners with us as Partner Co. starts to expand all across Nigeria. So without further ado, Anthony, I'll turn it back to you. I want to say this. I got to say this about Anthony. Anthony helped orchestrate this call. Anthony blurs the lines of sponsorship and sees one vision, and that is to build Nigeria and let it be the tallest building in town, of teams from all shapes and sizes coming together to just build Partner Co. and bless people's lives. So Anthony, thanks for your leadership, and I'll turn it back to you.
Thanks so much, Coach. Thanks so much. And now I want to take it to a brother to me who's become a great friend to me. He's in the field in Nigeria as well. He's built a tremendous team already. Him and a lot of y'all know Emma on here. But Emma, I know you are doing remarkable things there on the ground there. You've been through some adversity, but you are always positive and thinking for the future. But Emma, what are you excited right now about Partner Co? What makes you the most excited, man?
Yeah, Tony, good afternoon from here. I hope you can hear me. Awesome. All right. Thank you, great leaders. First, let me appreciate our executive leader here, Mr. Cameron. I celebrate you, sir. Thank you for all you do. I want to thank also the management team in Africa here, headed by Madam Blessing Edet. We will talk like Tony said, we'll talk always. And we've been talking like not just a official level. Sometimes she relates with me like a brother, and I want to appreciate her for all that she does and her team. Great thanks to my uplines, my leaders, Brent Palmer. We'll talk all the time. I appreciate you. It's like all of us are together all the time. We're talking on the phone. And Tony, you are too much. I'm excited being in this room now with other leaders in Nigeria. Actually, my excitement and expectation for Partner Co has no room. It has any roof at all. It's beyond the roof. And people who know me for one thing when I join a business, and that is the fact that I'm always focused. I want to run a company to a logical conclusion. A lot of people join network marketing, they have like 4 pushing at the same time. But even some of my uplines will tell you that Emma doesn't like doing 2 networks at the same time. And I like that for myself. On the 13th of November, 2022, before that day, November, I've taken a decision. I want to get back to product network. I've pushed a lot of them before and we were successful. And at a time, some of us will put our hands in other things, but at a time in my life, I said, I'm going back to network marketing. I'm going back to product network. And I needed a company that is from US that has an powerful organic product. I didn't know anything about Partner Co. It was new age that time. But as we continue, some persons used to contact me. But on the 13th November last year, as God may have it, I was in the dream and I saw myself in a meeting, in a seminar ground, in a small room. A young lady brought me there and she took me to her upline for more clarification about the business. And while we were about to talk, somebody tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, Emma, come, are you here?" I said, "Yes." It looks like a man. He has a face of a man I respect so much. And he opened his book. He has a diary in his hand. He opened it. And I saw New Age and some other things he wrote in the book that I can't interpret. And he said, that is the name of the company. I said, I don't know the company that is called New Age before now. So I woke up from that dream, 13th November, by 4 a.m. It was on Sunday morning. I jumped into my system. I went on YouTube, began to search a supplement company, product supplement company that has named New Age. And I went on YouTube, I went on Facebook, and I want to use this opportunity to tell people that having visibility online is powerful. And this is one thing that brings my excitement that Partnerco does. With our app, you can have yourself online. Somebody like Tony is always online, and I saw him online by that early morning. So I saw him on Facebook, I saw him on YouTube. I closed my system. I went to church that morning. I came back. I was so curious. I went back to the system again, and I began to search New Age, product network, supplement. And I began to see a lot of persons. I saw some persons I don't want to say some things, but I wanted to partner with, a fellow man, that kind of a thing. So I saw Tony so much, and I decided to give him a shout out. And we began to talk on the 14th, on the 13th, and on the 14th evening, I got signed up. And it was just like that. 14th November, I got signed up in New Age. Today is Partnerco. And I have been so pushy, so nothing. I say nothing will stop me. At a time, some discouragement, we were not starting. But when I look at the way I came on board, I went to my mentor, my counselor here in Nigeria. I said, okay, these people are not, it's like they are not starting now. He said, but it's not me that told you about this company. The way you saw the company. So why not wait for God? So that is one of my excitement. The fact that I think it's God that brought me to this company. And let me use this opportunity to one of the excitement, the major what the product of the company can do. I don't know anybody yet so much, but I have known Tahitian Noni. And you know what? On February last this year, my mother-in-law was, had an attack, kind of all this BP of a thing. And on the 10th January, she died. And before she died, when we were in the hospital, my wife developed ill. And it was as though it's a small child in a child's play. And the health of my wife was getting out of hand. And by February 10th, we buried the mother, and we went to hospital, moving from one hospital to other, and doctor gave us a lot of drugs for my wife. Her case was, they call it stress, something trauma, that it's having affected her brain. She cannot sleep. She cannot do anything. And they gave a lot of drugs. Now, almost 6 different drugs. On the first week, second week taking the drug, she was almost misbehaving, as it were, in quotes. The drug's effect was much on her body. And to the glory of God, remember, we are waiting for our Noni to come. And I received my first, product, Noni. And I told my wife we are suspending the drugs, and we started with Noni. Ladies and gentlemen, that same day, my wife started sleeping. And to the glory of God, my wife, she's in school now. She's defending her doctorate degree next week by the grace of God. And that sickness would have put her away. We don't know what would have happened. But as I speak to you now, my wife is in Nsukka, University of Nigeria, Nsukka right now. She's preparing for her defense next week by the grace of God. And I know that God has used this product, Tahitian Noni, to do wonders in her life. Here in Enugu, both in Anambra State, we got so many testimonies. A woman was, dropping blood on the road because she could not see her menses for many years, and her belly was protruded, and people thought she's pregnant. They didn't know that it was fibroid. I can't tell you that Tahitian Noni can take care of fibroid. But we saw it with our eyes. Blood started coming out from this woman's private part, and the belly came down. And today, the woman is moving like a wild dog, spreading the message, the good news of Tahitian Noni. That's one of my major excitement, what the product can do. And I know that what the company has or what God has in stock for us in Tahitian Noni and in Partnerco is massive. Our eyes have not seen it. And I know that with the great leadership we have in Cameroon Bott, Madam Blessing and others, and you, Tony, your leadership, and Brent Palmer. I don't forget Nick Papas, Dapo. I have enjoyed their leadership. So I want to stop here for now. Let's move forward. Great things are coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Emma, for sharing those amazing testimonials. And that's what I love to hear the most. But now I also want to switch gears, and I do want to ask the area president of Africa a few questions of what he sees. And then also I have a few questions for Blessing. And then also, Emma, we'll come back to you as well here in just a second as well. And so, Cameron, I know you're a very, very busy person, but I also know your work ethic. Like Brent said, I've seen you. I watched, I've heard from other great leaders in this company, what you were able to do, how you care about people, everything that you do to make sure everybody can excel in their area. But Cameron, you and the team see everything. Y'all see it from a corporate side. And what are you and the team seeing from y'all side that got y'all excited about the Nigeria market?
Well, a few things. Like you said, okay, so I'm kind of like Brent Palmer. I coach a football team, and I've done it for years, right? My whole philosophy on building is just finding really great people to work with and giving them small tactics, giving them small things. But guys, I got to tell you what. Number one, what we're seeing is we're very excited. Nigeria is an awesome place. We've got great people in the field, all of you. You got to realize how lucky you are, though, too, to have Blessing and Neo and the supporting team that we have there. Awesome, awesome people. And we're very, very excited to work with them. And like you guys said, my first big market was Europe. We built that one. It was $100,000 a week. It went up into the, $4, $5, $6, $7 million weeks, averaging a solid $4.5 million. Came back to the United States, and Brent can attest to this. We are growing, and Anthony can as well. We are growing in the United States, and we're starting to catch up to Europe as well. So we're doing the same things. And really, it's all about putting the right people in the right places, putting the right tools in the right places, and just giving you the support that you need. So number one, we've got awesome leadership there. We're going to be meeting together after this meeting too. I'm very excited. You've got a really, really great team. Now let's talk about what we have. I want to talk about what we have and then kind of what the future looks like, right? In Nigeria, you have one of the best products on the face of the planet, and that is Tahitian noni. It has a 27-year history. It is one of the only products that I've seen that people are still consuming after 27 years, right? It's one that you start the product and people don't stop it. We are going to continue to push Tahitian noni in that market. It is such a huge thing, and I think it can have a really big impact in the market. One of the great things that we're doing is not only have we got new shipments of Tahitian noni that have landed at the port and we're currently clearing right now, Blessing and Jason and Neo and I just authorized another production run to be going to here in a few months to keep fresh product on the ground. That's what we really want to do. We want to make sure that you've got good, exciting, great product on the ground, number one. For the future, however, here's really where we want to focus, because as I've done this, I've noticed a few things. If we'll give you the tools to build, it just happens. It works. And a lot of those tools come from creating a cadence on promotions, creating calendars where we do calls together, really improving and increasing the recognition in the market. In addition to finding some additional tools, some online tools to help you increase your sales opportunities. These are all things that we're researching right now and that we're going to be talking about so we can help the Nigerian market grow. You guys are all our partners, but Anthony and Brent said something really important, is that you're pioneers. You know what it means to be a pioneer. You look at the United States pioneers back in the day, they traveled from the East Coast to the West Coast, pulling their hand carts, pulling everything in a wagon, right? It's not easy, but I'm telling you what, being a pioneer is worth it, because you get to be the one, you grow from it. You get to see all the excitement. You get to be a part of the growth. You get to be a part of starting this thing. And that's what you are. I could not ask for better leadership. I could not ask for better friends in the market right now to be our pioneers. We're very, very excited. to be building this thing with you. There will be some bumps along the way. Hey, where, you know, the markets that are the hardest are also the funnest ones. Nigeria happens to be one of the most difficult markets, I think, in the world, probably, you know, from a governmental standpoint, but we're going to keep going. We're going to keep working, and we're here to support you. We're going to have a lot of fun along the way.
Thanks so much, Cameron. Cameron is awesome. And Cameron, if you don't mind, if you want to give your email out to him, you definitely can put it in the chat, where you can also reach out to Cameron if you just have a concern or something. And now I'm gonna also switch gears to Madam Blessings. This lady is always there to help the Nigerian market. I mean, always. I would definitely recommend you get her WhatsApp information. You get the Nigerian WhatsApp customer service, so you can also reach out to them. Anything that you need done, her and her team are doing remarkable things to get it done, to answer your questions and your concerns. But Blessings, I had a question for you. How would you feel that the corporate side, the management team, can help support the field of Nigeria to better that market? What would you say would be something that y'all could do to better the market and help the market out?
Thank you so much, Anthony. Thank you for orchestrating this call. Before I start, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of our leaders on the call. Thank you for being super amazing. Thank you for all of the achievements that we have achieved so far this year. We've done so great, way beyond what we thought we would do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And like I would always tell you, I don't think we've even scratched the surface. There is so much more to do. And that takes me back to the question that Anthony is asking. How can we better support as corporates to ensure that we create visibility for the market? Cameron mentioned something on the call that we're here as corporate to support you. We have ensured that we put in place leadership to help support you, amazing leadership. We've also put in place amazing products to do so. And also going forward, we would like to get on the road. Remember that we've talked about this, you've requested for this. And so yes, we would like to get on the road to have in-person meetings across the country. Remember our road trip, we can't wait to get on the road and to connect with you and to have you begin to create all of the awareness that we need. I think that in visibility, we've not scratched up to 5%. There is so much more to do. Now I go on the road, I meet a lot of persons who still do not know about PartnerCo, who do not know about our amazing product. So there's a lot of work for us to do. Now we talked about our shared vision to ensure that our brand partners transform the world, to help people live happier, healthier, and wealthier lives. Now, what we want to do as corporates is to transform your lives. We want you to be the transformation that inspires others. And to do that, we will be getting on the road with you, providing the amazing products for you, and also creating all of the tools that will help, for the visibility. And that includes, some of you have asked for t-shirts, for face caps, and we will be providing all of that. Remember, we talked on our last call about the Facebook hub that allows us to create testimonials about products. So it becomes like a resource hub where everyone just joining the business, could connect to testimonials from others who have used the product, how this product has helped them. And that way, that becomes a tool for you to be able to do your prospecting. So we will share that link with all of the field for you to go share your testimonials. Ima, thank you so much for that great testimonials that you share. Remember that next week we have our Women's Health Week Summit with our global product manager, Barbara Kars. So I've asked all of you to send in your testimonials, especially the women. It's Women's Week. Yes, we will have Men's Week after that. So send in your testimonials like Ima's mom, Ima's wife. We want to hear about these great testimonials. They help to further motivate us to see how we are blessing the world with the goodness of our products.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Blessings. And we can't thank you enough. And Now, also, I seen some other amazing leaders there in Nigeria, and I did not want this call to go on without asking them to also come and share their excitement. One of them is Dr. Charles. Dr. Charles, I know that you're on here. Dr. Charles is also an amazing leader with an amazing group of individuals there. Dr. Charles, I did make you a co-host. If you don't mind, could you unmute and just share your excitement, what you're excited about for the country of Nigeria?
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Anthony. I'm really so excited to be here. We're truly excited at everything that's actually happening at for Nigerian and Partner Co. And for me, I think it just represents one word, which is hope. For a long time, we've been waiting for this. We didn't see it coming. A lot of disappointments here and there, but when a company comes and not just with just a product, but with a system that is sustainable, a system that one of the things I believe that happened to us basically is that this is one of the only products I know that sells itself. It's not difficult to tell people about it because there are people way back 10 years ago, 15 years ago that are used to it. So you now you now discover it's easy to in business consulting. That is when you're trying to bring a new market to a new territory. But this is more of an existing product that already has a track record, has a testimony, coming into the marketplace. So I would say this is actually one of the best things that have happened to Africa in a long while, in a really, really long while. And so we're really so glad and also so happy at the leadership cut across all over the world, in over 65 countries. Here we are in one room, you in the United States, we here in Nigeria, people from South Africa. It really could, it can't be better than this. So we're truly grateful and expect to hear more testimonies like Ima shared and every other person. So we're really so excited and we just can't wait to move to the next level.
Thank you so much, Dr. Charles. And next we have this amazing leader as well. She is doing remarkable things as well there in Nigeria. And please forgive me if I don't pronounce your name just correctly, but Miss Oreofe, is that what I hope I was pretty close. Miss Oreofe, if you don't mind, if you can unmute and just share what you're excited about here for the Nigerian market as well.
Thank you, Anthony. I'm super excited to be here. And for me, Partner Co is a phenomenal company. I'm particularly excited about Aisha Noni. I've actually gotten quite a number of testimonies as well. For myself, for my family, for my kids, I've recorded, when it comes to their health, flu and all that, something that you usually would always go to the clinic, go to the hospital for, and you've been able to put that in the past. I've had remarkable testimonies for people who had stroke. In particular, there was a client of mine who had stroke and for about 4, 5, almost 12 years actually, could not get up without shaking, could not even stand. And in about 3 days, got on Aisha Noni and could stand, move up and down the stairs. I mean, that's just one of many other testimonies that I have received. That's just one. I had one on diabetes as well. So it's really good. And it makes me excited and look forward to more products. Like, okay, what is more to expect? I believe that there's so much more to expect in Nigeria. And I also like the way the company is structured. I've been in network marketing for 5 years. So I'm not new to the market, but I like the way the company is structured. And I can see the vision. Of course, we're having a lot of challenges and it can get discouraging at some point. But when you are somebody who has vision and you can see ahead of such things, you know that, everything will still get still and we begin to make a lot of progress. And that's when all the efforts will pay. So I'm really, really excited for what is coming. And I know that Nigeria would also be excited for Partner Co. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for jumping on and sharing. And so I'm just super excited about everything that's to come. And I did want to leave it open to close us out with either Madam Blessings or Cameron, any closing words that y'all would like to say. And we can go ahead in this call. And we'll do more calls like this, everybody. So we would love y'all feedback from this call. Or Emma, did you have anything that you wanted to end off with as well?
Yeah, Tony. Actually, I'm happy we have started this big way, and I know, like the last speaker said, we shall be going up from here. Dr. Charles once said, hope. We have hope that we will be going up from here, that things are going to get better. One of the requests I would like to make to the management team, especially to the team in US, is to help the Nigerian team also there. I think we should come back to a smaller house whereby we will find opportunity to express ourselves, get a smaller room for some few leaders, so that Mr. Cameron can listen to us. The house is like many people have to talk now, and time has far gone. I even if it's 1 a.m. Nigerian time, which may be better for you, even if it's 2 a.m., as long as it is a cause to make us better and make Patnaco bigger in Nigeria and Africa, we don't mind staying awake for that. So I will solicit, because there are many questions. Actually, some of my team leaders are around here now. They came to ask questions. They came to find out the way forward on some things. Some other leaders from out there, they have come because we told them they are going to ask some questions, and I will solicit. I seek your indulgence for this kind of meeting to be rescheduled in a way that it will just be for few and key leaders to be able to chart course for the company. And that should not, I suggest, should not be far. Even if you say, let it be tomorrow, anytime, leaders, please, let's avail ourselves to the opportunity. I remember that my previous company is also a company from the US. The owners and the leaders of the company, they used to engage us. Anytime they schedule that meeting, we're excited. 10 of us, 7 of us, 12 of us. We're able to talk. Some of the compensation plan, the things we have in our compensation plan in Nigeria today, we don't understand some of them. Some of them we need explanations. We need serious explanations. They need to begin to work for us. So these are some of the reasons I think we need Mr. Cameron to come back for us anytime, even if you say 10 times a day, I mean, whatever, that as long as it's at the end of the day, this business will begin to work for everyone. We are ready. I think my leaders, my co-leaders out there are ready. So we can understand ourselves. I needed a bond among the leaders. I needed to be happy that people that are in Lagos are doing well, people that are in Ibadan are doing well, even when they are not in my team. What we have ourselves doing, my previous company, is that you see some of us talking. These are leaders that are in parallel team. That is, we are not in the same team, and we are talking. We are sharing ideas. And so, Tony, I will solicit and seek the indulgence for our leaders, so that we can come back always and chart a course for the movement and promotion and prosperity of our dear company. We'll have a lot of questions to ask. So some other people have called me. They have asked me a lot of things. I cannot answer them. And I said, we are going to meet in a room like this. But this time around, I think we are meeting in a hall. So get back to us, Tony, once again, so that I will continue this company. I want to sincerely appreciate you.
Absolutely, Emma, and that's definitely something that I know that we're going to work on. And Cameron, if you want to touch on something of that nature.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're all about, is coordinating. I think it's better in a smaller meeting. Otherwise, they kind of get big and out of control. So here's what I would ask you guys to do. Collect your questions, I'm meeting with Blessing and Neo here in just a few minutes as a team meeting. And we'll set something up where we can have communication where if you want trainings on compensation plan, because you got questions on that, let's do it. If you got questions on the product, let's do it. We want to make sure that we, number one, get through all the questions that you have and all the misunderstandings and anything like that. Yeah, that's a big key. So yes, we will absolutely set up that meeting. We'll make it a kind of a smaller meeting. So collect all your questions, get those ready, have them written down. You can send them to us beforehand too, so we can prepare and have the answers that you need. And yeah, we'll set that up. So I'll work with Blessing, we'll work with Neo, we'll rock and roll on that.
Thanks so much, Cameron. Thanks so much, Madam Blessing. Blessing, did you have anything else you wanted to add it before we go?
No, but I do look forward to that leadership meeting. I know that we've had one or two of those leadership. It is something that we'd like to continue because we totally believe in having great leaders who, anchor the rest of the team. And so once we have about 10 amazing leaders, we can tell you that we have 1,000 great brand partners. So we look forward to those leadership meetings. I'd also like to recognize on the call our historic brand partners in our company. I have Professor Akinshola, Susan Odo. Thank you all for getting on the call. I know that you've been with the company for over 20 years. And so we are so excited to have you still here, still on fire. And we can't wait to connect with you in the leadership meeting when we schedule that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank y'all so much.
Thanks, everybody.